This here is a press conference given by Sheriff Scott Israel of Broward County, and on his right is the battle-worn Debbie Wasserman Schultz, who, for the first time that I have noticed, and I can be wrong about this, is standing to the right of the sheriff, which I do not believe she's ever done before. She did not stand to the right of the sheriff when that attorney was found on the beach, did she? She did not stand on the right of the sheriff when Hurricane Harvey went ripping through there, did she? And they're going to take their fight up to Capitol Hill to try and take away our Second Amendment rights. It's obvious. I never used to really believe that, you know. I thought maybe there was some subconscious motivations with that, you know, in past, but I can see it so clearly now. It's true. It does seem to be true. Take a look at this. Just a snippet.
An Uber car dropped off the suspect at 2019 yesterday, 2:19 p.m. at Stone.
There also seems to be some confusion about the difference between false flags, drills, hoaxes, and organic events. Sometimes the words false flags and hoaxes are used interchangeably, and I hope that people stop doing that, because there is a huge difference. An organic event is an event that transpires without any obvious machinations from others, not like a setup or anything. Then from that, organic event can be made into a false flag simply by changing names of the victims, of the alleged perpetrators, of the places, all that stuff. If it's changed, it's usually to hide and cover up for the guilty, and it has a political motive. False flags always have political agendas, and you will see them roll it out in the 24-hour cable news channels. A hoax will stem not from an organic event, but a drill. Hoaxes usually stem from drills, because during these drills, when they're practicing what to do and how to handle certain calamities and what have you, they will use that footage to say that something happened when it didn't. Okay? You get a feel for these things after you've watched thousands of hours of video, and you see how they roll it out. Usually it's a dummy in a wheelchair. Okay, so I just wanted to clear that up. False flags create fake news. I'm going to segue into Brooke Baldwin's
Trump, please do something! Do something! Action! We need it now! These kids need safety now!
May Alyssa and the 16 other victims rest in peace. Brooke?
Sorry. Whoa. Gary, thank you. I'm sorry. It's just Congressman Ted Deutsch, help me out, of Florida here, who represents the district. Just hearing that mother, I'm sorry. It got me.
Yeah, Brooke, I don't know that I don't know. I don't know.
What do you say?
Here's the thing. I was at that same rally with all these students, and what she said, what that grieving mother said, is the most powerful message that everyone needs to hear. And it's the message,
Everyone.
It's the message that I've heard from PTA moms and school board members. It's the message that I heard at that rally from two girls who came up to me and said that they were in the school. One of them said, we need action, we have to do something. One of them said, I sat there as my friends and watched my friend's face get blown off. Her friend said that she was underneath someone else who bled out, who died on top of her. How much more of this?
But you're on Capitol Hill.
Right.
You're on Capitol Hill.
Right.
I mean, let me just speak for so many people who have been yelling at the televisions,
Right.
yelling at members of Congress, how nothing has been done.
Right. Right. And you know what? They're right. They're right. And I join them in their frustration and their anger. They're absolutely right to be angry. Here's some things that we probably ought to start talking about. Right?
Let's go.
I can tell you all of the things, that's basic steps that we can take to make sure that everyone gets a background check and to make sure that if you're too dangerous to fly, you should get a gun. That's all true.
Which he did and passed his background
check. But you know what
check.
else?
Next.
You know what else? You know what kind of gun this gunman used?
An AR-15 style weapon.
You know what kind of gun is always used in these? An AR-15 assault rifle.
What are you going to do about it?
It's a weapon that's made to kill the maximum number of people.
What are you going to do about it?
Well, until 2004, it was illegal to manufacture or to own them.
Once again, we have had multiple incidents being covered by CNN, and not once have I ever seen Brooke Baldwin burst into tears. And I don't know if she's faking it or not, but I do not feel her pain.
I have 10 nieces and nephews. We're talking about bump stocks. We're talking about legislation. A child of God is dead. Cannot we acknowledge in this country that we cannot accept this? I can't do it, Wolf. I'm sorry. We can't do it.
Yeah.
I'd like to also take this opportunity to point out that CNN has their headquarters in Atlanta, Georgia. And I just saw a headline stating that CNN was going to be firing a whole bunch of people. Guess what else is in Atlanta, Georgia? An Israeli consulate. They announced, and you can go check through a quick Google search, and they announced that that was one of their consulates that they were closing. So can you imagine all the weirdness going on in Atlanta? They're scaling back their operation. And that makes me smile. This has been Me the People Perspectives. Break this news